What's up, wrestling fans? This is Webby, and this is your Tuesday night SmackDown live review. Really? This show reeked. It really reeked in parts of the old school Raw before the new era kicked in. It just reeked it. Number one, Shane McMahon having security guards. That reeks of the authority. I understand you have to protect your superstars from Brock Lesnar because of what Randy Orton did on Raw last night. But that just reeks of the authority. And Shane McMahon, to me, doesn't need to strike as that type of figure. You know, is he the authority of SmackDown? Yes, but he doesn't need to strike as kind of the Stephanie type character. That really strikes as a Stephanie type character in my eyes. And you know, Shane just, I don't know, that's not what, at least to me, that's not what us wrestling fans liked about Shane McMahon. We liked that he was different. So, you know, that kind of reeked of old. The announce team kind of reeks of old also. You know, this announce team, even though Marlon Renaro is great, David Otunga is okay. You know, he's a lot better than 2 weeks he was on before the new era kicked in. I will 100% say that. JBL, I like JBL, but let's be honest, he doesn't pay attention to the matches completely. He just doesn't. You know, he goes off and talks about different things, and you know, he just talks about. I think he mentioned somebody having some type of degree in something on the show tonight in one of the matches. So he just goes off rambling about different things. So I mean, that's just reeks of no. And color commentating puts over the matches in my eyes. And if you don't have good color commentating, it can take away so much from the match. So, you know, SmackDown is really lacking that in my eyes. But anyway, so they start off the show after that one Randy Orton and Shane McMahon segment with Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler having a promo segment, which really, to me, Dolph Ziggler was exposed. They named off everything that's wrong with Dolph Ziggler. Comes out, he has a good match, you know, but he fails. He always loses. Pretty much laid it out that he comes out and has a good match, but he's a glorified jobber. He puts people over. He jobs for people. To me, that's what summed it up. You know, he cares way too much. Dean Ambrose even said it, that he cares way too much about what the fans think. And that he needs to pay more attention to his matches and winning. And I think that was a great thing for Dean Ambrose to say, and I think that was a great thing for them to do, because it really showed that Dolph Ziggler can have a fire lit under him, because he got fire lit under him and he came off and he said that he is really a person that has been overlooked, been overshadowed, has been promised things and not given it to him, and came in as a cheerleader on the Spirit Squad. So I really think that helped Dolph Ziggler. Now, is it helping me think that he's a threat to Dean Ambrose's championship at SummerSlam? No. Dean Ambrose, as of right now, I still think will beat Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam and retain the WWE Championship. But then, all of a sudden, the lights go out and pops up Bray Wyatt with his sister Abigail. Loved it. Match is set for the main event. Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler. Number one contendership on the line. Because Bray Wyatt said, if you're so good and you know how to steal the show, why don't you put that number one contendership on the line? Dolph Ziggler asked for it. He got it. Let's see. And then next was Kalisto versus Baron Corbin versus Apollo Crews. The winner became the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, they put on, there's really not a whole lot to talk about this. It was a pretty good match. I mean, it was okay. But in the end, Apollo Crews is your new number one contender for the Intercontinental title. And what I really liked about this is that, the Miz got the upper hand, but they're also letting some of the other people shine too, because Baron Corbin, flipped the Miz around after the match was over and delivered the end of days. So I really, really like how they finished that, and that they're not just putting two people in spotlight, and they're putting more than just two people in spotlight, even if that person is not going to be in that feud. I really enjoy that. Next was a pee break match. Because Becky Lynch versus Eva Marie. Thankfully, we didn't have to have a match during this, because Becky Lynch came out, Eva Marie came out. I don't know if it was scripted, but apparently she had hurt ankle and she couldn't wrestle. If she's really hurt, hope she gets better. If it was all scripted, if it was all scripted, I'm glad, because the match would probably been horrible, because Eva Marie's not a wrestler. She's just not. She's not a wrestler. That's about all I can say about Eva Marie. So it was a no contest, which is fine with me. And then after that, American Alpha had their debut. Wasn't really okay with this, because I was okay with them having kind of a squash match, because it was kind of a squash match. It was a little longer than a squash match would be, but The problem I had with it is that they squashed the vaudevillains. And I know some of you are thinking, well, so what? It's the vaudevillains. Who cares? They're not doing anything with them. They're known. The vaudevillains are known. And the vaudevillains they can do something with. Squash matches should be used for local talent, people that we don't know. So if American Alpha was going to debut and they are going to debut and show off their talent, they should show off their talent at a squash match against people we don't know. It still could have came off as really good. Instead, they squashed the vaudevillains, people that we know, and wrestlers that can be used if they would use them right. Instead, they're just using them as jobbers, which I think is just, I think it's kind of ignorant, but that's just me. And then we have AJ Styles and John Cena segment, their promo, which AJ Styles and John Cena will be having their match. It was announced during the promo that they'll have their match at SummerSlam, which we all knew they were going to have their rubber match at SummerSlam, and I'm glad. I can't wait to see it because they'll tear the roof off. They really should just let AJ Styles talk. He sounds very scripted, saying that little kids, they wear all this stuff and they don't know what they're talking about, and they're dumb and their parents are dumb and John Cena's dumb, and then John Cena spews off that the only reason why AJ Styles is here is because he's a good wrestler and that he's going to hustle, loyalty, and respect, and that's his heartbeat. And we've heard the same thing for I don't know how long. Overall, it was a great promo, and I liked it. But I just think I just wish they would let them talk. John Cena, they let him talk. Because John Cena has been saying that for years. There's no way they're scripting that. AJ Styles, that had scripted all over it. On Raw, when they were on Raw, he didn't sound as scripted in my eyes. When they had the promo and he made the statement that people like John Cena bury people like AJ Styles. So he didn't sound as scripted then. Tonight, he sounded scripted. So AJ Styles sounds a lot better when he's not scripted. So I wish they would let him not be scripted as much. Let's see, and then Randy Orton had another squash match against Fandango. Again, I don't like it when you squash known talent. Squash matches are meant for people we don't know. But then, it was all made up for because the beast was unleashed. And Brock Lesnar came and stormed into the ring and F5'd Randy Orton. Of course, then it reeked of Raw, and security guards and Shane came out and escorted Brock Lesnar out of the ring and all this stuff, and escorted him out to his car and they drove off. So I mean, they kind of reeked of the old Raw, which I thought it would be different. SmackDown's supposed to be different, you know. SmackDown's really reeking of the old Raw. It's not looking any different here. And then Dolph Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt. They had a great match. Can't really say anything negative about their matches. Dolph Ziggler usually always puts on a good match. Bray Wyatt always puts on a good match, and he has never gotten the push that he deserves. He has never gotten the push that he deserves. Dolph Ziggler wins, and he is still the number one contender. To me, that just means, WWE's taking the safe route, and they're not taking a chance. That's what that means to me. But I'm still not convinced that Dolph Ziggler is any threat to Dean Ambrose's championship. And then it ended great to me. SmackDown ended in a great way. And I say that because Eric Rowan joined with Bray Wyatt again. And they took out Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. And I loved it. I loved that they did that. So that was SmackDown. And what do you all think? Do y'all think SmackDown was good tonight? Do y'all think it reeked of the old Raw? Honestly, I thought it was just an okay SmackDown. I mean, there was parts that was good. There was parts that was good in my eyes, and then there was parts that just kind of was just, why? Why are you doing this? That's kind of what I thought of SmackDown tonight. And but what do you all think? Leave your comments below. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and catch me right back here for my NXT and the Cruiserweight Classics review. Until then, I will catch you all on the other side.